Um, Before I hit the sack, I just really want to mention one thing. Even though Senator John Kerry himself did not clarify what kind of prices the Allied forces should have paid, or they were asked to undertake, tell the truth. But it's very obvious given the context. Many of our neighboring countries or those friends of the United States deeply involved with the military engagement in Iraq or in Afghanistan. They were targeted by terrorist organizations like Al Qaeda or Taliban because of their close kinship with the United States was the very justifiable cause. It was like the Radamit to turbocharge their abomination for the Western civilization. And that was really the reason why, as far as I believe, there were certain terror attacks in the soil of the United Kingdom and in Spain not many years after the 9/11, because these terror organizations were very much angered to witness the global cooperation, because as more of our nations in the European continent were kowtowing to the sitting president George W. Bush, especially the British Prime Minister Tony Blair, who was once dubbed as the poodle of George W. Bush. That truly summed up the spirit in this conversation. And it was very obvious. And I wanted to mention that, John Kerry actually said that he wanted to change that toxic culture, asking our allies, the United States allies to pay too much prices, just simply because of being part of a global alliance in defense of a peace and stability throughout the regions that should not be justifiable. And he said he really wants to rectify that type of manipulative relations, even actually for the sanctity of the U.S. stance, sanctity of the United States current address. He really wants to fix the status quo by respecting other nations, meanwhile putting a greater confidence in the U.S. sovereignty by being a discreet leader who's been in the commanding board